Hello and welcome to starting out with Python version 4. This is 13.2 practice exercise, which is an MPG calculator, so miles per gallon. Basically, you're going to enter in the miles you've driven with a full tank, and then how many gallons your car can hold, and it's going to calculate the mileage. So 250. And then I have a 15-gallon tank. I got 16 miles per gallon. All right. So basically that's how it works. So like any GUI program, we're going to need to import tkinter and tkinter message box just so that you can make a GUI. It's needed to grab all those shortcuts, like all these tkinter things. All right. Then we're going to create a GUI and use the def init, and this is basically like an auto start function. It's automatically going to do everything on this init function. All right, we're creating a main frame, so that's creating this box. Okay, now none of this stuff right here would be in there. It would just have a box with a minimize, maximize, and exit button. All right. And then we have the miles frame, gallons frame, MPG frame, and button frame. So we have 4 frames, all right? So we have the frame for the miles, gallons, and then the MPG calculation, and then these 2 buttons, all right? So the frames are basically just a little square rectangle that's just going to hold both this text and this entry field. Text entry field, and then this text, and then this hidden function, and then each one of these buttons, okay? But they're each going to be in their own little separate room, basically stacked on top of each other. All right, and then you got the labels. So we're going to have the miles label and the gallons label. All right. So we got the miles and gallons label. All right, and see enter miles driven, enter max gallons, enter max gallons. So those are those 2 things. All right, and we're using the extra label little function thing. All right, and then we got the entry thing, and this is using the extra entry function thing. So we got this stuff right here. It's gonna make this little box where you can type stuff in. So we got miles entry and gallons entry. All right. And this is in the miles frame, obviously, since it's the miles label and miles entry. This one's in the miles frame. The gallons label, gallons frame, gallons entry, gallons frame. The width is just saying how big you want it to be. We don't need it that big since we're just typing in smaller numbers. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pack these things in. So we're going to pack in basically all this stuff right here. That's what we're packing in right now. All right, we're packing it into the gallons frame and the miles frame and the gallons frame. Now the stuff wouldn't show up yet because we haven't packed in the miles and the gallons frame themselves. That we'll do later, like we haven't done this yet. But we're just setting them into those frames because we need to do that to get ready. Now we're doing the MPG. So we got the MPG, which is going to be a string var. It's basically just waiting for something to be sent to this, and then it's going to be that, all right? So it's just like a wide receiver waiting for a catch with this string var. Then we got stuff label. I spelled label wrong. But yeah. Then we got the label function, and then we got the MPG frame, and then the text. All right. So this label will be this, or will be inside this frame, the MPG frame. MPG frame. It will be inside the MPG frame. And then we got the MPG hidden stuff, all right? This is going to be inside the MPG frame, but it's going to have the text variable of this MPG thing. Once the wide receiver catches the pass, it will then be declared MPG. So once this is entered in to be 15, MPG will be 15. It'll be read by the MPG hidden and will display 15. And then you're just packing the label and the hidden part in, and we're packing them on the left side of each other. So first is going to be the label, which is this, and then we got the hidden, which is this. So this is going to be the first left, and this is going to be right on the left of that. Okay? And then we got the buttons. The buttons are going to be in the button frame. Okay? So we got the calc button and the exit button. So we got the text, calculate MPG, that shows up right here. And then we got exit, that shows up right there for the exit button. And then both these commands. So for this command, we are calling this calc MPG function. All right. For the exit button, we're just saying destroy, and that's an automatic function that's already set in there. You don't need to make a function for it. It's automatically in there already. And then we're just packing those buttons into each one of these frames. Now, since everything's packed into each frame, now we can do this part, which is packing all the frames in, which is going to make everything show up in your function. But the last and one of the most important things you need is this main loop. Otherwise, it will just pop up for like a split second and then go away. You need this main loop so that this stays up here. Your whole little GUI stays up here. Now we need to create the function. So we have this function, right? We have the self.milesGet, which is what we're going to grab from the miles. So we're going to go to the miles entry, or I'll just show you in the GUI. We're going to go to the miles entry, which is grabbing this 250, and it's set to miles.get. Okay, then we got this gallons entry, which is grabbing whatever in this gallons entry, and it's being sent to this gallon.get. Okay, now they're floats because they could be not whole numbers. Okay, someone could have only driven 12.5 miles or whatever, or you might have a weird gas tank that might have less. All right. And then for the calc MPG, this isn't grabbing anything. It's just dividing these two values by themselves, taking the miles and dividing them by the gallons, which is the formula that we have to use. All right, and it's going to be such as calc MPG. And now we're doing this self MPG, and we're setting it to this calc MPG. Now, this calc MPG, remember, that is this right here, which is this wide, like the string var, which is like a wide receiver is waiting for a catch. It is getting this calc MPG and setting it to MPG. So once this button's clicked, it's setting, it's calculating and it's setting. So it's setting this 16.66666 to this MPG. All right. And now the MPG has something, so it can be read by the label and displayed by this little hidden thing. It's not hidden anymore then. And lastly, we just gotta call the function by doing this little GUI thing right here. And then it will work. So let's just try something else. 500 miles. Am I thinking 25 gallons? 20 miles per gallon. Pretty good. And I click exit and it's gone and it's finished. All right. Hope you like the video. Like and subscribe if you want more. If you have any questions, type them. I am a student, so I'm just doing this to try to help, but I easily can make a mistake. And if I make a mistake, let me know. But yeah, thank you.